Hello beans! So last month I went to two Kpop Story. Hello beans! So last month I went to two Kpop merch stores in Atlanta, Georgia. I talked about them a little bit in previous videos, but I wanted to make a full video giving a thorough review and comparison of both of them. So if you ever plan to go to either of them, you'll know what to expect and how much to budget. The first store was Kpop USA. It's on Buford Highway in Doraville, Georgia. Unfortunately, I did not do a full walkthrough video of this store, but I really wish I had. All I took was a video walking into the store and one picture of a Super Junior vinyl record. For some reason that was the only thing I took a picture of. The other photos here, aside from that one, are taken from the business listing on Google. So all the credits and appreciation go to the rightful owners of those photos. I'm trying to not. Okay, go ahead. They have Stray Kids on the door too. My word. This is bad. This is really bad. This store had a ton of albums, photo books, posters, light sticks, t-shirts, keychains, coffee mugs, tons of stickers, and photo cards. They seem to have a lot of each item. So an entire side of a shelving unit would have all of the same item, like all light sticks or all travel mugs or something. They had a good selection of merch for a lot of different bands. My friends and I were mostly interested in BTS, Stray Kids, and ATEEZ. I was disappointed because I found hardly any Stray Kids merch. They did have a bunch of Stray Kids albums though. My friends found a lot of things for BTS and ATEEZ. I don't specifically remember what other groups I saw aside from that one Super Junior record. But I know there was a lot of displays and shelves and things full of merch for bands that I wasn't personally familiar with. I spent $11 at that store. I got a Stray Kids light stick pin for $6.99 and some Shuki stickers for $3.99. All my friends spent between $50 and $150, but they all purchased albums and I did not, and albums can be expensive. For every $50 purchased, then they gave you a free poster. So all of my friends got several free posters. Ironically, most of the posters that they had were of Stray Kids, and they were really good posters. So I was very happy about that. Overall, it was a really great store. I would have bought more if I was looking for BTS merch, because they had plenty of that. I personally was disappointed because there was hardly anything for Stray Kids. But it's still a great place to stop for any K-pop fan. I would say 8 out of 10. The second store was Kpop Story, located on Old Peachtree Road in Suwanee, Georgia. I hope I'm saying that right. Thankfully, I do have a full walkthrough video of this store. All the photos here are also taken from the Google listing, so credit and thanks to the rightful owners.
Problems.
Yes, you do.
This is a good problem to have. All I'm telling myself is this could be drugs, this could be alcohol. There are so many worse things to be addicted to than BTS.
I just got that in my video.
Good. The world should know.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're in.
didn't see it in 17. Oh, it did 17.
The store had a little bit of a lot of things. The variety of different items was amazing. They had bucket hats, license plates, keyboards for your computer, jewelry, stationery, wallets, purses, so many different things. The store was a bit bigger than the first one as well, at least half again as big, if not twice as big. They had the usual albums, posters, photo books, and such, but they also had a ton of other unique items. I was extremely happy to find plenty of Stray Kids merch. I would say the group they had the most of was BTS, which isn't surprising, but they still had albums and merch for a ton of other bands. There was like an entire corner of the store that I didn't really browse because it was full of merch and albums for bands that I didn't know or I wasn't familiar with. This store was also a bit lower priced than Kpop USA. On average, everything was like 10 to 20% less. Some of the exact same albums that we saw at both stores were $5 to $10 less at Kpop Story than at Kpop USA. For the exact same price, I could have gotten a larger item or a bigger pack of something. The Stray Kids light stick pin that I got, that was $6.99. My friend Andy got a Stray Kids keychain that had the light stick image that was a bit bigger, and it had the SKZ logo, which was also like 2-3 inches big, and maybe 1 or 2 other things on it, and that was $6.99. So that was for the same price, a larger item. And if I had had those two side by side, I would have gotten the keychain instead of the pin. I spent $46, which is a lot because I hate spending money. I actually would have spent more there. Going back, if I go back, I will spend more. I got an Ordinary t-shirt, tour t-shirt for Stray Kids. It was half price, so it was originally $20, and I got it for $10. I got a BTS bracelet for $7.99, a pack of about 45 BTS photo cards for $12.99, and a Stray Kids like sticker poster pack for $12.99. My friends all spent more there than they did at the previous store. We all got free posters with our purchases, but after combing through like every single poster they had, we only found 2 we wanted, and they weren't posters of the main groups we follow. We didn't really recognize a lot of the posters that were there, and that might just be because we're not into a lot of bands, but it seemed like there were posters for like smaller bands that we didn't know about. So that was a bummer that they didn't have as good posters. The really cool thing about that store though was they had all the posters hung up like on a t-shirt rack. And so they had those hangers that you use for like pants or skirts with the clips. And so they had each of the posters clipped and you could comb through them really easily. But when they clipped the posters, they put a piece of paper on either side of the poster, so the clip was like on that instead of on the poster, directly on the poster, so it like protected it from getting wrinkled or crushed. And I thought that was a really great idea for a really easy way to present the posters so you could go through them while still protecting them. We did get free Stray Kids Christmas Evil posters and photo cards. I think we all got one of those. Those were being given out with each purchase, so that was cool. Kpop Story was run by this adorable Oriental couple. They were so excited to talk to us and everybody who came in. They would ask who our favorite members they would ask us who our favorite members were of different bands, and then give us like extra photo cards of those members. And they I think they were fans of K-pop even more than we were. It was absolutely precious. So my favorite part of that store was that couple. I definitely enjoyed Kpop Story more than Kpop USA. My biggest disappointment with Kpop USA was the lack of Stray Kids merch. Other than that, it's still obviously a great store. But because of the variety of the different items that were in Kpop Story, and the couple who ran it, and the slightly better prices, I think me and all my friends liked Kpop Story a bit better than Kpop USA. So that's definitely, I would say, 10 out of 10. Both stores had plenty of albums, photo books, photo cards, all the basics. Kpop USA had a ton more stickers and better posters, the free ones you got with your purchase and ones that you could buy. Kpop Story had a much larger selection of different things, and the store was a bit bigger than the other one. Both stores are only about 25 minutes away from each other, so if you're going to go to one, you may as well just go to the other one as well. I would suggest going to Kpop Story first because of the better prices and the variety, and then go to Kpop USA. And make sure to put yourself on a budget for both stores, or just be okay with spending a lot of money. I hope you enjoyed this review and comparison of Kpop USA and Kpop Story, and I hope you get a chance to visit them if that's something that you're interested in doing. Remember that you're a beautiful creature, and I love you. Bye.